Let's say there's a two guys, yeah? One is 20 years old, another one is also 20 years old. But the first one was born and raised in a huge town with a bunch of opportunities when he was having fun every day, yeah? Name any huge city you want. Madrid, Barcelona, I don't know, Miami, Los Angeles, New York, whatever, yeah? And there is another guy. He's also 20 years old, but he was born and raised in a small, boring town when his teenagers was very boring. Now his early 20s gonna be the same. So now they are both are 20 years old. This first guy who had fun this all past 5 years, he was going to clubs, he was dating girls, he was doing everything he basically wanted, yeah, like fully free, cool lifestyle, yeah, cool city, bunch of fun stuff, yeah, bunch of opportunities. There is like another guy who didn't have fun at all. He was trying to make money, he was trying to study, he was trying to learn some skills, yeah. And now he's gonna figure out, okay, what he's gonna do about his future. And the same first guy, he thinks, okay, keep going to have fun or locked in, build some business, and go further with it, yeah. So a year passes, now they're both are 25 years old. Here where the fun starts. Society gonna tell those both guys, time to get married, time to find a wife, time to, settle down, time to think about your future, blah 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 blah, yeah? If in the first guy case it kind of makes sense because bro was basically making fun when he was 15 years old. Now he was making fun all these past 10 years, yeah? So he's gonna think, okay, maybe try to find some girl, get married, I don't know, like focus on family, focus on future, yeah? And there is another guy, he's also 25 years old. But bro tried to these past years to get the hell out of that boring town, learn some skills, learn some new languages, trying to move abroad, trying to change his life, making money, all this stuff, self-improvement, basically anything to be. And he has all the reasons to get mad, okay? And I don't really understand like how society judges people by age because like basically 25 years old dude who was born and raised in a cool city with bunch of opportunities, yeah, like bunch of fun stuff. He was making fun daily. It was an interesting, cool life that most of people who didn't born in a cool city, they only can see that in their dreams or in the movies, yeah? Now this second guy who didn't have fun at all, he was struggling with money, he was struggling to find his purpose, he tried to move abroad, this stuff. Like how society judges both of them the same. So they are both 25 years old? Of course no. It's like different 25 years old. Name any age, I don't care. Whether it's 20, whether it's 25, whether it's 30, 35, any age, I don't care because the age is the age is not only numbered, yeah? The age is the life you lived across those years, okay? Someone who had fun, who experienced life, who did everything he basically wanted, okay? Almost every day was fun, he didn't think, okay, if I make money, there is no place to go because I live in boring place. Because really, if you live in big city, like it don't matter so much. So I guess from video you understand already that I'm the second type of guy. Yeah, I was born and raised in a small boring town. I tried to get the hell out of here. I traveled on my teenage years. I was abroad a bunch of times. I was living even in a cool big city. Okay, it was very amazing, very fun. But again, I stayed there in very short amount of time, maximum 1 to 3 months. So I again returning to my small boring town. And when you go to bigger city, you experience that energy, that lifestyle, that everything, and you're coming back to your boring town. You're gonna realize like you missed everything by living in that boring town. You missed all that fun. You missed all the cool friends you could make. You missed all opportunities, like regardless the job, everything, man. Like about job, about everything. So. And then you are 25, you are 22, you are 23, you are basically any age. People gonna say, okay, time to settle down, time to find a girl, time to do this, time to do that. Who say this my time? Who say you're gonna decide like when is the right time? You don't even know what I want from this life. Like how can people give advices to people based just the number which calls age? Like it's so stupid. Imagine working so hard all your life trying to get the hell out of that boring town, and finally when you make it, everyone gonna say you, Oh, you earn money now. Time to settle down. Time to find a wife. Time to get married. Time to do this. Time to do that. What the hell? If it sounds familiar to you, please don't fall into this propaganda. You are getting old. You have to do this based on your age. You do this, you do that. Okay, if I was born in a place when I wanted to be born, when my energy matches the vibe of the city, I will think about the marriage, I will think about the family, I will think about this stuff in 25 years old, maybe older in 30. But I wasn't born in a place where I wanted to born. I didn't experience anything that I wanted to experience. All fun that I had was very, very short, and I had only when I lived in a bigger city, when I lived abroad. Only then, man. What the hell? Who are you to tell the people about to do certain things based on their age? Never listen to society. They will never understand what you want from this life, what was your experience, what is your expectations, okay? And just ignore the noise, okay? No one knows you better than you.